Video Game Bang.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Video Game Bang. Your weekly source for all things video game. Featuring your fearless hosts, Corey Vincent.
I'm pretty much Microsoft and Marvel. The cans are on. It's when ish gets real. People get shot during the day?
And Aaron Carter.
Buy the armor, I equip it, and it's like pink thong. The guy that delivers vending machine items at my job, he could play the right.
Fill up your Mountain Dew and grab your Doritos. It's time for Video Game Bang.
What is up, my pizzas? Corey Vincent here, and yes, you are listening to the right podcast. This is the Video Game Bang, Sacramento's #1 place for podcasts. And we're sponsored by Sacramento's #1 place for comics and coffee, Oblivion. Comics and coffee. Come for the comics, stay for the coffee. We're sponsored by Gamer Subs, GG Gamer Subs. It's a really cool, all-natural energy thing to keep your brain smart. You can use the code VGB, get a discount, and help keep the lights on, everybody. Keep the lights on. Also, on the show, we have a good one for you. But before that, I also got to say that this show is brought to you by iTunes. Well, they're not really sponsored, but...
It's not true at all.
No. Kind of. I mean,
Are you legally allowed to say that?
No.
I think so.
But if you're listening on an Apple device, then iTunes is bringing the content to you?
Exactly. It didn't roll off the tongue that smooth, though. You're a poet,
Straight
sir.
to your eardrums.
Yes. Yeah, but seriously, guys, listen. If you have an iPhone, you listen to the show, you already have iTunes, you go in there, give us the 5-star rating, say something, a little nice comment, and that really helps promote the show, like more than words ever could. Also, guys, Spotify. If you guys like Spotify, everybody has Spotify. We're on Spotify. And then Vast, GG, they're sponsoring the show. I'm scattered today. I'm really scattered. I'm going to be completely honest. On the show today, joining us as always, she is the yin to the yang. She is Emma Frost. How you doing?
I'm so glad that I'm an as always. I don't know if you've said that before. That makes me happy.
Really? I feel like...
I don't know. Maybe you have and I haven't noticed. Because I don't listen to you talk all the time. But
we almost had a moment. Do you realize
a little
that?
bit of a jab there.
I couldn't let it get too emotional. I gotta keep a distance.
Okay. I understand.
Professional here.
Yeah, it's good for the show.
But thank you. Yes. Hello. I am here.
But I do feel like, Aaron and Webb been on a little vacation, and I feel like we've really held the fort down together. I feel like we've bonded. I feel like, it was kind of like the Odd Couple situation. Like, people didn't think we can do this and keep this.
But we did it.
But we did it anyways.
We showed everybody.
We didn't kill each other.
There was some smashed flatware, but everything's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Nobody needs to know about that.
I mean, we've gotten into it. We've gotten into some tussles. I didn't think, we came out of the other end much stronger.
We have.
I think this is good. Also, speaking of good, he's really good. He hasn't been on the show for a long, long time, but he's a good friend of mine. David Ing, what's up?
Hi, guys.
Gondo.
Nice to be back.
Mondo, some people call you in
Some
chat.
people have called me that.
Diego, as I have called you in the
Yes,
past. Because
Diego
your screen name
is very
confuses
common.
me.
That's fine.
A
lot of people get that.
You guys have played games before, but didn't know each other. This is like a meeting of old friends in a way, but so
Sure.
new.
Old
Yeah,
crewmates.
we'll go with that.
Are you what each other expected?
I will
I
say
don't know
yes.
how to answer that. So, yeah?
I mean, her voice is the same, so that's what I was expecting.
Really, yeah, that's the headphones help.
You've been all over the place, dude. You've been, every time I check
I
the
have traveled
timeline,
the world.
people like to give me stuff like, "Oh, you travel a lot," and I go, "Well, I look at David's timeline and I go, that dude travels a lot." You wanna talk about a
so
guy.
you travel a lot more frequently. I traveled kind of further, I think, is all.
Well, Japan, yeah.
Japan was pretty far.
You got to go to
Where were you
Japan.
at in Japan?
I was in Iga.
I don't know where that is.
It's a very small city, and most people don't know where it is.
That's fair. That's fair.
There was a factory there, and I went for work, so I spent 2 weeks at a factory in Japan.
Exciting.
Yes, very exciting.
You got to go out and do stuff, though, right? You got to experience some of the cuisine.
Yeah, so my coworkers took me out, and we had dinner a few nights, and then on Saturday, the one weekend I had there, they took me to one of the towns nearby, Nara, and I got to go visit like some of the touristy spots, and so it was really fun.
And then Ireland.
Yeah, went to Ireland for like a week, which was beautiful. It's so green.
Yeah.
And it was just raining in the middle of summer, which is the weirdest thing to me.
Yeah. Oh, it was like life-changing experience for me. We'll get into some more of the travel stuff, and plus one other little story we're gonna have to tackle from your off time here. But he's filling in, doing great as always. He is a entertainer. I don't even know what to call you because you do so many things. So I'm just gonna go with entertainer because you do the music, you got a stream, you DJ, all sorts of crazy stuff. Cowboy Curtis, everybody.
Yeah, man. Jack of all trades, master of all trades.
Dang.
Man, you should have saved Dave for last, man. I had to try to come with something hippie because Dave's going to Japan and all this other stuff.
Where have you been, dude?
Bro, I've been at home with my kids. Working, you know. But, streaming and whatnot. So just happy to be here with y'all. Hopefully I can bring a little flavor. I ain't been to Japan, but,
I'm not worried about you.
Okay, well, I'm so happy to know that.
Wait, Corey, have you been to Japan?
No.
Oh, never mind. I thought you were gonna be the only one here who hadn't been to Japan.
Nah, man. I'm big in Japan, but I ain't never been to Japan. So
I was very tall in Japan. That's true.
Travel's
I wasn't
funny,
talking about
man.
physically, but that's good too.
Travel's funny, but you've been like living this crazy lifestyle now because I mean you were the college friend and now you're all of a sudden like the big business friend. Like
I'm a workaholic. I don't know if I'd call myself big business.
But you're like always work. Yeah, you're always working.
I am always working.
And it's good to
That's
see
true.
you've still been able to keep up with the video games, which is important.
Yes. I have sacrificed some of my sleeping hours in order to keep up on the video games, but
You need
it's worth
sleep
it.
anyway.
Yeah, I know. I'll sleep when I'm dead, right?
Right.
Jesus.
Which might be soon, I guess.
Might be a little sooner if we're playing all these video games and not sleeping. But
Yeah, you
who's
know.
counting?
But you've always been a fan of comic books, and
Yes.
before the show, just kind of casually, you threw out there, you made a pretty significant purchase of an X-Men 1.
I did. I finally pulled the trigger. I was like, it was one that I'd been kind of thinking about for years, and with all my overtime I've been working, I thought, hey, I'll treat myself.
That is like
Treat yourself.
that is awesome. Like I did not expect that. Like I did not see you as the collector guy. Is this like the start of a new trend? Is this like the first of many, or are you good with this?
It might be the start, because after I pulled the trigger on this one, it's pretty expensive as a book to get into. So there's a lot of like smaller books that I can get for almost nothing compared to that. That I
You
kind
start
of
off
want.
with the big one, and then you don't feel so bad about
Exactly.
the others.
Like I've
Perfect.
always wanted the Fantastic Four 48, the first Galactus.
Yeah.
I've always wanted that one, so that one's a lot cheaper than X-Men 1. So
Let me play devil's advocate here for a minute, and go as the person who would say like it's paper.
yes.
Where did you draw the line that this was an important enough thing to invest in? Is it the history significance, or like what factors played in to it not just being a piece of paper?
So it's both the history, because I mean it's the original X-Men 1, and it's just the characters that I love. So X-Men are amazing, probably my favorite team of superheroes. And Magneto is in issue 1, and he's like my favorite villain. So, I mean, that's got everything I need right there.
Emma, do you have any collections?
No, I don't think so. I'm broke, so that doesn't really lend itself to a lot of collections.
But in the future.
In the future,
But as a kid, did you collect things? You have a stamp collection, Pogs.
collected rocks. Was that kid?
You were that
From all of
poor?
your travels.
I know. I was gonna say from all of your travels going to Japan and
I
stuff.
actually did that. I have a cobblestone from a street in Prague. I have.
there we go.
I have
See, that's good.
something. I have like a piece of the road from I think Korea. Like there was like it was like something that I started doing where like I started picking up like bits and pieces of broken street. I don't know why.
That so
I
it's
was a
not a
teenager-
rock
That's a good
collection.
story.
This is a broken street collection.
So
kinda
she's
poetic.
When she
Yeah.
buys her house, she'll make the driveway out of all
Yes.
these roads from around the world.
Perfect.
Why did I feel like this is going to be like her boulevard of broken dreams?
Boulevard of broken roads.
Because she's I know she's a
So I'll
Green
never
Day.
get to go back to any of these places.
Oh man, Curtis, what do you collect, man?
Oh man. Comics. So same, but I collect newer comics.
That's fun.
Because
I've got some newer stuff too.
and I got kids.
If you could though,
I collect digital comics.
is that like a luxury? Like if you had the luxury, is that what you would spend the money on? Like a collection wise.
Collection wise, nah. Honestly, there's really nothing that I would collect, to be honest with you. I mean, like I collect these comics. I kind of fell into it for a particular reason because of the art, but I mean, nah, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not really big on pulling a trigger on stuff. I do collect one other thing. I collect ocean water from different beaches.
What?
That's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like the sand a lot.
That's like
yeah,
Emma's.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
like significant. Like
Yeah.
the places
I was-
you've been.
Exactly. Well, so people get it from me if I haven't been there. So when my friends go, because I don't go nowhere.
That's
'Cause I
not
can't
bad.
travel.
That's not bad though.
So I always have people just bring me back. I'm like, oh, you going to a beach? Oh, okay, cool. Just,
Oh, yo, dog, you going to a beach?
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
give me some of that ocean water?
And then I always like I open it up and I smell it in front of them and I close it real quick. That's kind of like superstar, you know what I'm saying? Superstar with the fizzy smell. It's kind of like that, but with ocean water though. So.
I went to a natural history museum though,
Mm-hmm.
and like one of my favorite exhibits they had was this cabinet
Okay.
of just these little vials of sand from all these different places, and they had like this chart of like they're all numbered, and so you could
Oh,
find
that's
out
cool.
where this sand came from,
Oh,
and you could
that's
find like the
dope.
cool color ones and where they're from in the world.
I like
why
stuff
are we
like
all
that.
so weird?
I was gonna say, I'm just letting you guys go at this point because it's kind of getting weirder and weirder as we go.
Hey, it was a great exhibit, guys. You should go.
I'll be like, I have a piece from the medieval torture
Oh, that'd be
museum
dope. Like
and
a cat of nine
dogs.
tails somewhere.
I was like, fucking weird shit, man.
Hey,
People
yo.
collect weird shit.
Hey,
I think we all
people are
do though
weird.
in a way. Like I was trying to think for a minute there. I tricked myself into thinking like I don't collect anything. Then I looked around this
I'm
room for a
looking at
minute.
all- yeah,
I
listen, I'm
mean,
looking at all of your shit.
That's a lie.
Right
Like
now.
Funko Pops, prints from. I think I overdo it to a
My
degree.
fa-
I'm gonna be honest here.
My favorite thing about Funko Pops is that they're like collectible things for those of us that can't afford to be collectors.
Yeah.
Like I would love to buy figures and statues, but I can't spend $400 on a figure. So I'm
I
like,
really
I
do
can,
wanna get
I
some
can
cool
get this
figures,
Funko
too.
on sale for $6 and buy this.
Right.
I got my vinyl collection going now. Like
Do you keep them in boxes though?
the what?
The
The
fun-
vinyl?
oh wait, I can see some of
I,
that.
No,
I
they're all-
would say no.
they're
based
all
on
right here.
that.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Well,
'Cause
because I use them.
that one is always so funny to me because I feel like I've said this before, but I feel like Funkos are the new Beanie Babies. Because there's all these people that like keep them in the boxes. They're like, I'm not going to unbox it. You know, I got to
Yeah.
keep it in mint condition. I'm like, this is a $12 piece of plastic.
Yep.
Everybody in the 90s thought Beanie Baby, like their Beanie Baby collection was going to be worth so much someday, and now they're all in the trash.
Yeah, pretty much.
And everybody's like thinking about their Funkos.
At least
they're gonna make money off
at
of.
least with Funko though, like with Beanie Babies, people are like, "Oh, now I have a fucking horse thing that's pink." But with this, it's like, "Hey, I got the dude from the big. I got really cool Funko Pops of stuff that I'll always at least, even if it has zero value, if it goes whatever, like
I mean, people
it's
thought
still
that about
dope.
Beanie Babies too. They're
But-
like, I will always like this rainbow bear.
Yeah, this rainbow bear.
There's a few.
No
of them,
matter what
though.
happens, I always have a rainbow bear.
Hey,
There's
I had
there's
dreams about this rainbow bear.
Would you like to talk about it?
No, no.
Okay.
They're a little traumatic, so.
All right, that's all right.
But like I think maybe that's just in our nature as humans is just collecting shit. Because you look at even in the video games, like what game doesn't have a collect all the flasks and then
God.
you unlock an
It
achievement?
works.
Or-
It works.
It does.
Or even just collector's editions of games that come with big shit.
Yeah, and they completely take advantage of the hysteria by giving you a $13 piece of plastic and charge you $800 for
Oh,
it.
I
Yep,
have
sounds about right.
I have the collector's edition of Halo 3 that like I still treasure.
But that's Halo, so
But like
it'll
it's
always
like,
hold
it's
its
like
value.
the Master Chief helmet, and I remember I bought it and I got that helmet and I got it out and I was so mad that you can't wear it.
Oh, it's perfect. It's
'Cause
cat sized.
it's like it's human size. It's full size, but it's a game case.
Oh.
So it like fits over a little slot that can fit like 3 games. Like I pulled it out. It's like the perfect size for my head. I could wear it, and then it's like no, there's no,
I
you
could
can't wear
put
it.
my CDs in it.
Yeah, because it held like the game and like the behind the scenes and extras. But Halo 5 Collector's Edition came with like a really cool statue that I have too.
Yeah, the one I have for Batman Arkham is pretty trash, and that's a game that also really played up to collect things in game, like the Riddler
Oh my
stuff.
god, the
Oh, yeah.
fucking Riddler trophies.
Yeah.
I have PTSD from Riddler trophies.
Zelda did it recently too with those seeds.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild, yeah, you collect these. There's like 1,000 seeds in this damn
Oh my
game.
god.
Oh my
Pokemon Go, that's all the game is.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
collecting.
It's for
That's
people
true.
who are obsessed with collecting.
I will admit I re-downloaded it.
Did you?
I actually
Let's
did.
go on some raids, bruh.
Okay. I just downloaded it last night, so.
Okay, I'll
need
get
to
you back
update
in.
mine.
There's friend codes now. We can be friends.
I know. Yeah, I saw that.
So when you posted your friend code in the group chat forever ago, I thought that you had fucked something up and were posting your credit card information in there. I was like, did he post like 2/3 or 3/4 of his credit card number?
Now guess the last 4, and you win a prize.
It was a trust exercise, and you all passed.
I really thought you were like online shopping and it just copy pasted something in the wrong place. I was like, okay, I don't know what this is, but.
I think it's awesome that you collected this thing. I love when people are passionate about something like that, and you wanted something, you set a goal, and you picked it up, and now you will always have it, hopefully.
Yeah, I think I will, unless I sell it to upgrade to another copy of it.
Do you even care what the value does? Are you even going to pay attention or follow it, or is it just like
No.
you got it just because of what it is?
Yeah, I got it for what it is because I love the characters and I love the stuff, and I'm very confident that the value is going to go up anyway.
Are we going to see you on Pawn
Because
Stars?
Stanley's gonna die.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
No, ain't no knocking on wood. Everybody dies.
No.
Yeah.
He is like, what, 90, 94,
Wait,
95
who?
now?
What?
Yeah.
Stan Lee?
Yeah.
He's like
yeah,
95, yeah.
Well, Steve Ditko just died, and he's younger
I
than Stan
know.
Lee.
He's 90,
I know.
yeah. And to bring it all around, the guy from Pawn Stars, the old man from Pawn Stars, just died.
Did he?
Yeah, like.
But Steve Ditko, man.
Oh, all right. So, no, I think that's healthy collecting. The people that just buy shit just to own things and just watch the value to sell it to get other, I don't know. I can
Yeah.
see that obsession too, but
I have stock market for that.
exactly.
That's what Bitcoin is for.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh,
That's what we're doing.
No.
We know where Emma's money is.
Please don't.
Oh, I can't even afford to get a Bitcoin. Like, you're fine.
Nobody can afford 1 Bitcoin anymore.
Have you guys heard of the Amazon treasure truck?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only
I got
from
the Star
you.
Wars drones from the Amazon treasure truck.
Oh, so you've gotten to experience it?
Yeah.
What did you think? What was it like when you went?
I mean, it was fine because they tell you where it's going to be, so it's not like you have to like fucking hunt it down.
Yeah.
So I have the, I want to say it's a TIE fighter and an X-Wing, but I have to look at the boxes because I can't remember what I got. I just know it's the Star Wars drones that they had.
So if you guys don't know about it, it's just sign up for it or follow them on Twitter or whatever. It's just at Treasure Truck. And basically Amazon pimped out these giant trucks with like LEDs and it's shooting bubbles and things spin and light up. And they will put a really sick deal on it. Sometimes it's a good deal. Sometimes it's not. And then they drive it out into the city, tell you where they're going to be. And you show up and it's like a little mini party.
So it's like one product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they promote it in advance. So this time I got a pair of Philips.
Is it the sunglasses?
No.
Okay, because that was a couple days ago.
Yeah, no. This was the
You got
Philips
some
smart lights.
screwdrivers? Okay.
No, smart
Okay.
lights.
Oh my god, I want those so bad.
I mean,
How much were they?
It's $66 for 2 lights and 1 Echo Dot.
Shit.
They bundled it all together.
Is
So I
that
went
like
out-
2 lights and a free Echo Dot at that point?
Exactly is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went out and I'd seen like all the pictures on social media. It looks like a party, lights, people dancing and stuff like that. I show up and it's in a parking lot behind like a bank that one of the, actually I don't even think it's a bank. I think it's a credit union or something. Like a step below a bank. And there's just one lady under a tent in an empty parking lot with a little putt-putt course in front of her.
You're definitely not going to get mugged here. Nothing to worry about.
Give us all your credit card information.
That don't sound like a party. That sounds like a drug deal.
It felt like it. And
Can it be both?
I'd already paid.
Yeah, definitely can be both.
I'd paid, and you walk up with your phone, and she's supposed to scan it. And like, I walk up, I'm kind of tentative because she could see me coming from like across the parking lot. I see her.
She's prepared.
She's prepared, and I'm just kind of walking at her for a few seconds. Like, do I look? Do I look down? Do I wave? I don't know what to do at this point. So we get face to face, and it's just like, all right, let me scan the thing. She handed me a bag, and then I saw the putt-putt course, and I see bubbles, and I'm like, do I just go now? Like, what's the golf course about? She's like, oh yeah, if you get 3, you get a hat. It's like, oh fuck, I came out here, let's do this thing. so
she really wants to keep all the hats for herself, okay?
I think so. So she rolls her eyes and like sets up the putt-putt course for me, and it's just me and her in a parking lot, and me playing a putt-putt course to get a hat.
See, that's what it is. She parked back there because she knows the angles and you can't see it, so
Right.
it breaks hard left. She knows what
Exactly,
she's
dude.
doing. She's taking all them hats home, bro. You already know.
It was pretty interesting, but all that to say, I was wondering what hers was, but it's a good deal. It's really fun. You should look it up if it's in your area. I wouldn't go drive 30 minutes like I did, but yeah, you definitely look out for it. But Amazon Prime Day is just around the corner, everybody.
And so is protesting Amazon Prime Day, apparently.
What?
Tell me more.
Oh yeah, people are like, it's like all over Twitter. People are trying to get or trying to convince people not to shop at Amazon on Prime Day because of how they treat their employees. Because Amazon has like a horrible history of treating their employees like shit.
I thought most of their employees were robots.
No,
To be honest.
the ones
Not
who-
yet. Not yet.
I mean, they treat them all like robots.
That's coming up
Really?
soon, though, after these people quit.
So who's running this thing, and are you gonna protest it?
No, I mean, I'm probably not gonna. I'll be at Comic-Con, so I won't be shopping anyway.
Yeah,
but-
I'm
Okay.
gonna protest it
Right,
by
like,
just
I
not
just
buying
won't
anything
have
like I
anything.
usually do.
Right.
That's me.
I think that's kind of the truth. Like, I always am aware of Prime Days, and then I go to the website, and it's always for like some toaster or something that I
Yeah.
don't need or want.
Yeah, the
all the
deals
stuff they
aren't
can't
great
sell.
Yeah, and it's not even like huge deals. It's like instead of this toaster you not wanting costing $100, it costs $79.
20%.
I feel like it's just,
It
it's
is
just a
20%.
chance for them to discount their own products, like the Alexa and shit.
That's the only thing worth buying. Yeah,
Yeah.
is like when those things go on sale.
And I already have like 3.
3 Alexas?
I have.
Do you name them different things?
No, I have. Well, I have an Alexa. Actually, I guess 2 Alexas, a show, and then a couple dots. But like, it's one of those things where like my dad is a big tech guy, so like he ends up with these things, and he's like, "Here you go. You can have these." I'm like, okay,
That's nice.
I guess.
All right.
Hook up.
This is 36 hours event, this Amazon Prime Day, and it's going to start on July 16th, and deals last through, and it's like a Woodstock of sales. You just go on their homepage, and they're expiring every hour. They try and like create that false sense of chaos, like this comforter is only going to be $600 for 3 minutes, so you know it's a good deal. So be careful with your dollars. Snagging the deals are pretty easy. You do have to be a Prime member, though. That's the kind of the foothold. But there's free 30-day trials
Yep.
for anybody.
Just write a new email address, guys.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm on
if
my
you're
six,
thinking,
I'm on my 30-day trial right now.
Nice.
hey,
Thank you, Bezos.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
And while you get those 30-day trials, be sure to link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, or you can help support this podcast.
How you think you got
That's
them
a good
17
plug.
subs
That's a good
last week? I'm like, Gmail, you just let me create anything.
Curtis putting the team on his back, though.
Hey, man, someone got to do it.
Here's an interesting news, and I feel passionately about it, probably more than the average person. But
I know where this is going.
the Esports Observer has announced that Kotaku's basically going to shut down Compete, which is kind of tied to them, but their esports outlet. Do you follow? What does everyone think about Kotaku in the room first? David, do you have any opinions?
No, I don't.
Do you go to their like? Are you familiar with who they are? Do you go to their
I'm
websites?
vaguely familiar. I very rarely ever look at one of their articles.
Curtis.
I see the name pop up in my little Apple News thing, but I don't really know much about them neither.
Emma.
I'm aware of their existence. I'm indifferent.
So no one's gonna miss them. It
Very-
sounds like,
yeah.
except for Corey.
Well, I mean, no, I'm not going to miss them at all. It's quite the opposite. This
Oh.
is very much a good
Corey's not
riddance
happy with
type of
Kotaku.
like I don't know. I've been featured on Kotaku. I've had some of my
Brag about it.
I've had my interviews. I've seen it from
Humble brag.
every side. All that to say, I've seen it from every side. Like I've been, praised for good stuff on there. Companies I've worked for have been slammed on there. Like I've seen the good and the bad and everything in between with them. And I just never dug them, dude. And Kotaku's still around, so we got to deal with that. But as far as like Compete, just taking what they're doing, kind of twisting esports, and I don't know, nothing ever seemed legitimate on that website.
What do you mean twisting esports? Because I've never even heard of Compete, so this is like the first that I'm hearing that they even had an esports column.
They just take certain stances on things, and there's a really, really good article put out by Esports Observer. They kind of breaks down their reputation that they've gained. It's like basically Kotaku and everything was tied to what's the company name? They're tied to Deadspin currently, and they're part of Gizmodo Media Group, but they used to be with Gawker.
That I remember.
Yeah, so it's gone through some changes and stuff. In this whole thing, a couple of the editors-in-chiefs of Compete are like not staying with the company, like going even with Kotaku or Deadspin or whatever. So I don't know. It just, as far as someone in the esports world, I'm glad that's one website that is just more known to smear people and not like give news and just I don't know.
Sounds like they earned this then.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see what happens. Engadget says that the Overwatch League will air on ABC, ESPN, and Disney networks.
That's crazy.
Well, I think the Disney thing is just because they own ESPN, though, right?
Well,
likely.
I don't know if it's been Overwatch League, but Overwatch esports have been airing on Disney XD for a while because I would
Really?
scroll through my channels and I would see that at late at night. But yeah, ESPN and ABC. That's.
Well, yeah.
I wonder if it's going to be at 3 in the morning or if they're going to get a primetime slot.
Well, let's be honest. We've all seen. Oh, yeah. For ABC, who knows? But ESPN still airs the National Spelling Bee.
Is it going to be
ESPN
on
8, the Ocho?
Oh, damn it! That's what I was gonna
I got it, guys.
Point goes to
I had to set up the joke. I couldn't just say ESPN 8.
the Joe Corn
How dare you,
rules
sir?
that David won that one.
How
Yes.
dare you, sir?
You get him
Got
on the
him on the
next
board.
one, Emma. You get him on the next one. Yeah, so it's Disney XD. So Overwatch League playoffs kick off tonight. So I was watching them on Twitch before you guys got here. Going pretty good. Had crazy viewership as expected. But Blizzard is partnering with Disney here, and they're going to be aired on ESPN and the ABC Family networks, it says. The companies agreed to a multi-year deal that will allow the Overwatch League matches to be broadcast on ESPN, ESPN2, Disney XD, ABC, and their streaming services. The deal includes this season's playoffs as well as all of next season.
All of next season.
The
so
mouse.
even the regular games.
The mouse is in the house.
Damn.
Wow.
I always forget that Disney owns ESPN.
They own everything.
Yep,
They also own
and
ABC.
I think they might own me.
Lightweight.
I wish they would
I'm
own
not
me.
entirely certain, but I think somewhere along the line I signed something.
Well,
that-
they do own Marvel, which I know takes up many of your hours glued onto the Netflix.
It does.
There you
That's
go.
true.
I mean, if they owned me, then there'd be a chance I could be in one of those movies. So I'd be okay with that.
I think the part I'm excited about
Oh,
is
right,
that
they own Hulu too.
do they?
Yeah, I think so.
I hope
Probably.
that this relationship between Blizzard and Disney takes off even a little bit more, because I would love to start seeing the Overwatch world in Disneyland and a McCree Woody
Just like that
skin.
Overwatch Land map.
Yeah, get that going, mixed with Disneyland, and then the skin crossovers would be sick.
The skin crossovers would be amazing. That's true.
Yeah, you get Buzz Lightyear, Reinhardt, or
Oh my god.
Farrah maybe.
Oh my
Probably
god.
Farrah. That'd be great.
I saw someone do an artwork of Timon and Pumbaa, and it was Roadhog and Junkrat.
We
Nice.
get
That'd be
a
good.
Woody McCree.
I said that already.
Oh, I was totally listening. I'm sorry. I was looking up whether or not Disney owns Hulu.
Fact checking.
Fact checker,
Fact
what
checking,
happened?
okay, guys.
They've just bought a majority stake, a majority of their stocks. So technically, they kind of basically own Hulu.
It was probably really just to check out their infrastructure to set up their streaming system that they've been working on.
That's true. They do want to set that up.
May is Elsa.
Oh, that's perfect. Was that from chat?
No, it's definitely my idea.
You
I did not.
stealing? You plagiarizing our own chat right now?
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh man, people
I'm a
think
genius.
If it's in the chat, it's fair game.
they all think I'm the bad guy.
You could do everything with the little hamster guy.
That
They
was
have so many
that.
little animal
that
friends.
makes sense
Oh
now.
my god, I completely forgot about Hammond until you just.
He's
brought him up
totally
again.
going to get a Disney movie because his story comes straight out of one.
No.
His story was he was a test animal up there with Winston on the moon, and then when the animals went wild and escaped, and Winston made his
Oh wait,
escape.
so there
Is
are
he
more
Rocket
animals.
Raccoon?
Yeah,
So we're gonna get more animal characters.
Hammond was in the same test group. Well, actually, according to the lore, though, these were the only two hyper smart ones.
So we're gonna get some dumb animal characters.
Yeah. No, so Hammond attached his little escape pod to Winston, but then broke apart when it hit the atmosphere, and he landed in
like you do.
Yeah,
As one does.
he landed in Junkertown.
Okay.
And he became the champion because there's this Junker Queen who would hold Mad Max style Thunderdomes.
Yep.
And he was smart enough to make this wrecking ball thing, and then he would win all the tournaments.
Wrecked him.
I would watch that in a Disney
Why are you like
minute.
this?
Wait, what?
What do you mean? What's going on?
You know what? He's gonna get the joke horn anyway.
I hate you. I hate all of you.
We've been friends for so long.
We reward rectum jokes on this show.
Oh boy.
Polygon, and this is a relevant one because it involves this group of friends directly. The new Sea of Thieves weekly event is all about going underwater and lasts from July 11th through 25th. Emma,
Oh
have you
shit! So
done?
it's already live.
Yeah. So what are we doing here?
Apparently, we're gonna
all right,
go get
bye
on Sea of
everybody.
Thieves.
Great podcast. Peace out.
Show is
Play Sea of Thieves.
over.
I'm gonna go drown in the ocean real quick.
I know that's the tough part.
So, how are you underwater? Like, do they have diving bells, which I've been asking for since day one?
I read nothing of diving bells, unfortunately.
Give
Magic.
me diving bells.
There's
Probably
gotta
magic.
Historically accurate.
But do you think they're gonna make it to where you can breathe longer?
Probably some kind of
shouldn't?
magic spell so that you can breathe for
Wouldn't
some
need that
long
if you had a
period.
diving bell.
But you will to explore the caves because you can't take a bell in a cave
Have
That's why you just put it outside the cave, and then you just
and still drown inside the cave.
That's fine.
She's
You find air pockets inside the cave.
I'm seeing a rivalry form between these two. Like,
Let's go.
have you? You see, obviously, you haven't played it yet because you're learning about it now. But did you see any of the research from it or hear about how it's going to work?
Who
No.
are you talking to?
Please
You.
Oh, I
elaborate.
can't see you behind the computer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry because you can't see my face. Like, that's bad. So what you do is it's like these statues under the water. So I don't know. There's probably going to be some sort of indicator, like we have the birds for the ships, and then you're going to go collect shit underwater, and then you earn doubloons that you could spend in that special store and get limited time skins. So there's use to it. Like these are timed exclusive items that you have to go out and participate in these special events to
Okay.
get. The speculation here is that this thing is called what is it called? The curse something of water. Let me see. These are heavy lore based. I don't know. Curse is in the name, guys.
We're so prepared.
Yeah.
Fact check.
Curse is in the name, and then the new big update is Cursed Sales. Sorry, my dog's trying to bust through this door.
Sure, that's your dog, bro.
I mean,
It's like a fucking raptor outside.
To say,
Or it's like my water is gonna start shaking later in fucking Jurassic Park.
I'll be Jeff Goldblum.
so it looks like it's gonna be fun. It's gonna lead into the next big update. They're doing a lot more with their lore-based thing. Emma, did you hear about Sea of Thieves trying to do a battle royale?
I will shoot you
It's,
right now.
It's not even a joke.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
Yeah, I didn't want to be the one to break it to you, but
Rare, listen to me. Listen to me right now. Stop it. Stop it. No.
if they let you do it like,
No.
but come on, Emma, that seems
No.
kind of fun.
I don't care.
Everybody want to get in on the battle
No,
royale,
I'm
huh?
so
See,
so
they make
over
a big
it.
island in the middle, and then you spawn everyone on their own individual ship, and then they get
No.
launched in a cannon,
That's so fucking
to the
terrible.
middle.
That's so terrible. I hate it.
and then they just have to duke it out.
I hate it.
I think it's perfect for this game. Like, honestly, what else is there to do in it? And it's not like they're neglecting any of the other gameplay features, and the PvP aspect of it is so fun.
So stupid.
You're not giving good
It
reasons, though.
just is. It just is.
But honestly,
Okay.
though, is it because like battle royale is so hot right now, and you just don't want to see them
it's
jump on the
it's
wave?
so like trendy right now. So
Yeah.
everybody is trying to force it in their game when their
Yeah.
game is not built for it or
Right.
made or designed that way, and they're
Okay.
just like everybody else is doing it, so we're gonna do it too, even though that's not how this was ever supposed to be.
Right.
You
But
know
if
how-
they did it, would you try it though?
No.
Can their
Oh.
servers even handle it, though? I've only ever seen like a dozen
question.
people in one server before.
That's true. That's true.
They gonna
It's
find
just a
out.
switch, honestly. There's
Yeah,
like a
they
little
just flip a little switch.
There's another switch that says 100 people, and then right next to it, and then literally just a guy flips a switch.
Yep, he flips the switch and then he pays the higher electricity bill and good to go.
Yeah.
All right,
100%.
all right.
You know how I know how much Emma hates battle royales? Because my wife is not a gamer by any means, but she listens to the shows. And we were in a Walmart or something, and she's like, Corey, asked me kind of serious. I was like, oh, what's wrong, baby? What's going on? She's like, what's battle royale?
That's so cute.
I was like, it's this game type. It's kind of like Hunger Games, but 100 people. And I was like, why would you ask that? She's like, oh, I just want to know what Emma hated so much.
That's good. That's good.
It's garbage. That's all you need to know.
For the
Garbage.
record, you're her favorite character on the show. So
Perfect.
there you go.
Yay.
She wanted to know.
It's not you.
No. I'm in honorable mentions.
Oh, dang.
That's not bad though.
It's an honor just to be nominated.
There you go.
Do you guys watch Ant-Man yet?
Yes, twice.
Twice?
No, I did not.
Dave, how you gonna have a number one? You came in with the big guns.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not X-Men, okay?
I'm pretty sure Ant-Man made an appearance.
Might have crossed over.
I just saw Jurassic World 2 only because my friends dragged me.
It's
And then
terrible.
before that, I watched Avengers, and that was it. I have not seen very many movies in theaters.
Okay, well, I didn't want to go into it because obviously we don't want to talk about spoilers. But as someone who's been pretty outspoken about disliking Ant-Man 1, like it was probably the worst for me. If I was ranking all the Marvel movies, it'd be near the bottom.
That's fair.
Yeah, okay.
This one, right in the middle. Yeah,
Right in the middle.
yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, I wouldn't go out and say it was good. Yeah, it was up in the middle, upper tier. It's nowhere near the top for me, but it's like I'm not upset that I saw this. In fact, I actually like this character and want to see what he's going to do in the Avengers.
Okay.
So
I look forward to it then.
go see it. It's worth a watch. What did you think, Curtis?
Oh yeah, no, I was definitely a fan of it. I kind of similar to you. I didn't have it like as the worst Marvel movie. I think that's probably Iron Man 3 for me. But
That's a bad one.
yeah, but I enjoyed it a lot. I didn't like the first Ant-Man as much. The second one I liked a lot more. I liked kind of the additional family element they put in it. I'm a single father of 2 kids, so that whole part, like, they really did a good job, and they wrote me in on that one. The mid-credit scene, the way that they tied it in,
Yes.
so good.
right,
Stay for the end,
yeah,
everybody. Stay
Absolutely.
for the end.
Every
Yeah.
time. Don't worry.
Yeah, but this time though, they like this is how good it was. And I'm not spoiling it, but this is how good it was. I had predicted what it was gonna be, like maybe a month before, and I remembered. But when I got in the movie
Yes.
grabbed me
Yep.
so much that when it came time for the part
Yep.
and they did it, I was like, dang, dog. Like, that was brilliant. And then literally as I'm walking out, I'm like, but I predicted that though.
I forgot that I thought that.
Yep. Damn, they're good.
I
so.
was saying, like, leading up to this, like, even just watching the trailers, I was watching the trailers, and I'm like, this should have been the first one.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, 100%.
This should have been the very first Ant-Man movie. And then I watched it, and I was like, this should have fucking been the first one. It's so good. And you
It
know what?
was,
I don't give
yeah.
a fuck about Ant-Man. This is the Wasp movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's part
This
of what
is
I
the
loved about
Evangeline
it.
Lilly that we deserved
She
in the
bossed
first
up.
one.
Heck yeah.
My God.
Yeah, they did not give her enough screen time in the first one.
So good.
Yeah, I'm ready for her to lead.
See
It's
my
like,
haircut? I'm all business.
yeah, I know. She came in.
She
was dope.
She's been like super charming in all of her interviews too. If you've been watching like the promotion,
Yeah,
of
I've
Seen a
Ant-Man,
little bit of it.
Yeah.
Like she's saying and stuff that people have been wanting to say. Like she's not backing down, like talking about the suits and
yeah,
stuff.
no, that interview where she's like, I've been listening to the men in these movies. He's always bitching about the suits, like they're so uncomfortable. And she's like, I put it on and this is not that bad. And then she brought up the point that she's like, oh, it's because men have not had the lifestyle of having to be uncomfortable for the point of looking good their entire
Yeah.
lives. And then she
Heels.
brings up, she literally lifted her leg up.
Yeah, she lifted it up.
In the
Yeah,
interview,
yeah.
it was like, this high heel that I'm wearing right now, yeah, they're not fucking used to this. So
Straight
the
up.
suits, they're not that
No.
bad, and you're all babies.
Never
Which, to
gonna
be
wear
fair,
high heels.
Gwyneth Paltrow said the same thing.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, when she had to do the suit for Iron Man 3.
3, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said the same
Rescue.
exact thing. She's like Tony, Robert. She's like, Robert was like telling me how bad it was going to be, and like he's been waiting for me to get in this suit since day one because he wants me to know how bad it is. And she's like, you're a baby.
But like, you never wore a corset before,
Yeah,
obviously.
she's like, this is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Evangeline Lilly ever since the Lost Days. She's just such an endearing person, and like you said, crushed it in this movie.
Yeah.
Are you a Scott person or are you a Hank person, David?
Oh. I mean, from the comics, definitely Hank.
Yep. Hank.
Even after he
Yeah.
slapped his wife in the face.
Yes.
What?
Because
The
okay.
wow.
Be careful, David.
Made
So-
him slap his wife in the face. It's not like Hank Pym.
because he's
Actual
the
Hank Pym.
scientist
isn't
and he's got the
real.
Tony Stark inventor thing going on. Scott is always just like the Joker. Like I could never take him
Exactly.
serious in anything he's
Same.
doing.
Yep.
I mean, but he didn't slap his wife in the face, so that's pretty nice.
Because he's not married in the comics.
It's fine.
Jeez.
Didn't have a wife to slap.
Jesus. All right. You know where David stands on this.
No, but honestly, like Hank is the more interesting character. Like being the genius. What I love about him is that like people. I mean, and like Tony being arrogant and flippant and a jerk. Really came after Robert Downey Jr. Took on that character and added his twist to it. But Hank Pym has always been that in the comics. Like they Hank Pymified Tony.
Yeah,
that's really what happened. But I love how like he's brilliant. He's a genius.
Hank
he's stubborn.
Pymified. I'm stuck on that one.
Baby. Them Pym particles. They put him in Tony.
I mean, this guy invented Ultron and almost killed the Avengers.
Yes. Which I love.
He's like wasn't Ultron the embodiment of his mind or whatever? Or how
Yeah,
did that
he
work?
kind of like tried to digitize his mind, and that's where it started.
Yep. Yeah, made a bunch of Ultrons.
Go see that movie. It's good.
It's so good. Oh, I do have one very big problem with it, which is not a spoiler. So it takes place in San Francisco, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah.
The fucking car chases in San Francisco. I was offended. I'm like, you cannot go above 5 miles an hour. Much less
These roads are way too empty.
Damn. Yeah. It's the middle of the day. It's like rush hour time, prime time, and they're having a whole ass car chase.
I don't know. It might have been like Sunday or something.
Right up to Lombard Street.
So see, what happened was they shrank all the other traffic so they could just do what they needed to.
Exactly.
Honestly, I was like, I thought about this yesterday because I've been in San Francisco for the last 2 days, and I thought about this while I was driving. I was like, all they should have done all they needed to do to make this believable is like they're in the middle of a car chase, but it's a comedy, so it worked anyway. But they try to have a car chase and immediately just run into traffic. And then the guy just shrinks his car and goes under traffic, and that's how they get away. That works.
That would have solved the whole thing.
dope.
That would have, but yeah, I was like offended that they had a car chase in San Francisco. Like, how dare you? How dare you? This is not possible.
That's when I'm like, this a movie. This a movie.
I was pretty relieved to see San Francisco like represented in one of these superhero movies, though. Like,
Well,
'cause
two now.
they're always. What was the first one? What was the other one?
Black Panther, Oakland. The town.
Oh yeah,
baby.
they were in Tokyo, and I guess even the X-Men, the old Fox X-Men.
Yeah, that took place out.
But
Yeah.
people like to
Yeah,
pretend
they-
that
Yeah.
thing didn't exist
That's
at
true,
all,
they did.
anyways.
Number
Yeah.
2. That was
Number two,
three.
yeah,
Or-
Alcatraz.
Wasn't that Last
Three,
Stand?
yeah.
It was Last
oh,
Stand.
yeah.
'Cause that's
With
when
the
he
boy
like
that
rips up
That's
the
right.
Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But it feels like it's always New York, or it's
Always.
Well,
always.
that's because that's the comic book mecca.
Yeah.
So that's where all
The
them
X-Men
dudes-
comic
yeah.
books kind of changed that up because they moved from upstate New York to San Francisco first. They were like one of the first SF teams or West Coast kind of teams.
Yeah.
Word.
There was a meme about that on Twitter, I think, the other day, where it was like a video from The Office. It was like the Avengers. There's about to be an alien attack on the Earth, and it's a video from The Office where Oscar's like talking to Dwight about something. He's like, "Where? Where do I? Where?" He's like about to cry, and he's like, "I think you know where."
That's dope.
Here's going into, since we're in the entertainment zone right now, the Hollywood Reporter says that Joaquin Phoenix's Joker origin movie is a go at Warner Brothers. Joaquin Phoenix recently finalized his deal to star as the arch nemesis of Batman, and shooting is going to begin in September in New York. Why, you don't seem happy.
I'm not.
This is great.
Is it?
Well, okay.
Is it?
It's not.
Okay, hold on.
It's not great.
Do you mean okay? Is it great for the industry? No. Is it great for comic book movies? No. But
What's
is
it great for?
seeing Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker?
I don't care.
I don't know if
Really?
that's
You
great
don't
though.
care.
Like the
Why?
Is that
only
great?
thing.
I don't give a shit.
Wait,
I could not care less.
He's a great. He plays.
He's a
crazy.
great actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
great
one of the
actor.
greatest actors.
You know what
Definitely.
makes the Marvel Cinematic Universe work? It's fucking consistent.
They do have that.
How are you
Yeah.
developing a Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie and a
And
Jared
Jared
Leto
Leto?
Joker movie at the same fucking time?
So what you see is
Well-
he's a prequel, so he's gonna look
Oh,
totally
God.
different
I
afterwards.
will
So
say
he's gonna
this.
look way older in the prequel than
No,
he
they'll
does?
just shave him and he'll
Oh
look
my
really
God,
young
I
again.
hate this.
It's gonna be
I
fine.
fucking hate this.
And
I
then he
hate
gets the
it
chemical
so
bath and he looks super
much.
young after that.
There is 3 Jokers
Oh,
in the
I hate
DC
it.
comics
I
right now.
I know.
And I hate that idea too. But I love Scott Snyder. I love you. But I do hate that idea.
I think.
I'm just,
Can he-
I don't care. Just
on a-
DC, please be better.
on
Please
a-
don't suck.
On a pure
They're gonna
like
suck.
apples to apples type of thing, though, in the history of Jokers, Jared Leto's clearly the worst, right?
Easily.
The worst
Easily.
type of Joker or the worst
Easily.
performance as Joker?
Either
The worst
or.
incarnation of that character, the worst actor to play him. I just think like that was a complete miss. This one I think
He
is
was
salvageable.
He was Hot Topic Joker.
I know I didn't like the design, but he still executed the performance because he's Jared Leto.
But he didn't do. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I do feel like he executed his performance, but I think it could have been written better.
And that's my problem with it. It was the writing with it. I mean, like Jared.
I think it was all bad.
Also,
it was all bad.
He kind of was just a dick on set, is everything I've heard. So I don't know why
he was trying to do that whole fucking
doing
method
that.
acting thing.
Yeah,
I don't think
that was
what
necessary.
he always does, though. I'm not saying it's right.
They're like, I'm not here for this. Like, you're being a fucking creep and not in an artistic
Daniel
way.
Day-Lewis does the same thing. You don't hear nobody complaining about him.
Because he's a good actor.
Do we think Joaquin
Is
Phoenix?
Jared Leto not? Hold on, time out. Is Jared Leto not a good actor?
I'm not gonna touch this.
I was indifferent before this movie, and now I don't like him.
But what about everything
like,
else
please
he's done?
just-
Like
please
even
just put out
Dallas
more
Buyers
music.
Club, even the thing that he won the Oscar for. How do you feel about Dallas Buyers Club?
I've never seen it.
Watch Dallas Buyers
I know.
Club.
I know.
What,
I'm sure he was fine in that. I'm sure he was
Yeah.
good in. Well, not fine. I'm sure he was fantastic in that. But like,
He was
I'm just like,
ridiculously good.
please make more music. I really like 30 Seconds to Mars.
I rock with 30 Seconds to Mars. I rock with some of it.
But
Absolutely.
no, it was just
Will Smith,
I don't like
please go
the way it
back to
was
making
written. I don't like the way it was
Millennium.
designed.
Yeah, I hate the way it was designed. I hate the way it was
It
written.
was so bad.
Yeah,
I don't like
but why
his-
did everybody like Margot Robbie so much?
I don't
Because
get
she's
that.
fantastic.
She
I
is,
don't
but
get
her
it.
Harley Quinn was garbage.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
terrible.
And I love her. I love Margot Robbie.
Oh yeah.
Just
well,
like I
the
love
thing
Jared
that's nice
Leto.
about Margot Robbie is, you know, if you can believe like interviews and things, like after she got the part, she got really into Harley, and so she's
I did see
she's
that,
an
yeah.
executive producer on the Harley
Harley
movie,
one,
and
yeah.
like she's been pretty vocal about like the fact that if I'm remembering correctly, that like she doesn't like the Joker Harley thing.
Good, because
And-
not shouldn't be like
and
shouldn't
if
be
you
like
look
it's
at-
a
You should
terrible
not like
relation.
that.
Yeah,
No.
and if you look at like set photos and things from Suicide Squad before it came out, it was not shot necessarily to be a big romantic story between the two of them, but then
Yeah.
it was edited that way, and it was like,
Yeah.
this is not what anybody signed up for on this.
Exactly.
And they set it up for like a big Harley Joker like romance thing that she doesn't want to be part of.
Right.
Nobody wants this. We are so far past this.
Absolutely.
Give me my Harley and Ivy story.
I'm down with that. I would be much
me
more
my
interested.
girlfriend.
I
in
guess
that.
I was looking at more of just like an optimistic of the situation we're in, because I already know there's not a world where they're not going to make all these stupid movies. I already know DC's just trying to get as much money as they
Yep.
can. I think
But
the
they're
Jared.
going about it all wrong.
I know, but like given the circumstances of all the actors they could have casted, you know, I feel like Joaquin Phoenix is going to make at least an interesting Joker. And he's also one of those crazy method acting guys, so we
Yeah.
could get some we could get some who was the good Joker? Who was the good one?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. We can get some Heath Ledger quality demented
Who's
stuff.
writing it?
Todd Phillips.
What else has he done?
He did
IMDb him.
Do it. You get Peter.
Hangover. He did Hangover. He did War Dogs. A bunch of movies that like do not equate to this being like this is not his wheelhouse. This should be like a serious movie. He's done a bunch of comedy movies. Like it does not
Yikes.
fit. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Due date,
old school.
Oh my
Hangover.
god. Who is this?
Wait, he did Old School?
Yeah.
As a producer? Oh, I'm
No.
in.
Hang on. Let me find his writing credits. Writer.
Yeah.
Untitled Joker origin movie. Great. He wrote Hangover Part 2 and Part 3. Old School, Starsky and Hutch.
Borat.
Borat, huh? Very nice.
What is happening?
How much?
Am I in
How
like
much?
a parallel universe? What the
You
fuck is
wish
this?
you were.
They're trolling us, guys. They're trolling
What
us.
is this? Oh my god, I hate it.
Garbage.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, who's directing it?
Him.
Oh no, Todd Phillips.
Is he
I'm sure
writing
you're
and
a
directing?
wonderful
Is
person.
that-
Oh,
I'm
I'm
sure
sure
you're
he
a
is.
wonderful person.
Yeah.
What is happening?
I think he's going to surprise everybody. I mean, this is
Hey,
completely...
hey, Joker's a funny guy, okay? Everyone laughs with him.
I hate
So,
my
hey,
life. I hate
comedy is
my
the way to
life.
go, clearly.
I think
Everybody's trying
that's-
to
my life.
save their life by laughing at it.
There's so many Batman villains to choose from. There's like 50 plus years of repertoire to
Okay,
choose
but
from.
put all that aside and think that this is something completely new. It's
No, it's not.
It's not. Well, I mean, it's not connected to anything we've seen yet.
Joker about to have more movies than Batman.
It's
at
not
this
like a
point.
tie-in with the other stories that are happening right now.
But since it's a
Which is
prequel,
not
is
a
it
good
not
thing.
a tie-in?
No, it is because
That's not a good
it
thing.
has the opportunity to be its own creation, which might be really cool.
I'm just gonna say this off a rip.
Wait.
I do not want to see Joker's origin story. Like that is, it's kind of
The mystery of it is kind of the cool part of
kind
the
of
Joker.
similar to Darth Vader. Although I'll like as terrible as everybody says those movies are, I enjoyed the last two, but like at least like when they showed Darth Vader turning into Darth Vader, Anakin making the switch and everything, at least that scene and everything about it and how it ties in like really brought things home. There's going to be nothing gained from finding out how Joker turned into the Joker. Nothing gained.
So this is not connected at all
And it sounds
to Jared
from the-
Leto's version.
No.
Nope.
No, and it sounds from the synopsis like they're going in the direction of Killing Joke.
Yeah. That's basically what it like. The only comic book that like officially tells the story, and everybody didn't like the fact that it did that, even though Alan Moore did it, and he's a great writer.
Some
And they did a movie of that, and it fucking sucked.
Yeah.
If you skip to 27 minutes and start the movie there, it's fine.
interesting stuff going on in
That's
chat.
comic book stuff.
If you could choose, then Emma, if you got to choose which Batman villain gets their own movie, who are you going with?
Oh,
I already got mine.
I got mine too.
I really want a Hush movie.
Dang, she took mine.
But that's
all right, I'm gonna find
that's
another one.
So are we expecting Batman to be in this Joker movie?
I doubt
I
it.
hope he isn't.
I doubt
But he
it.
will
I don't
show up,
know.
but I hope not.
But if you had to choose a villain then that didn't include Batman, so you can't do Hush without Batman, right?
Okay.
Or you just want Hush? Yeah, no. You
I mean,
can.
Hush is good, but you're right. Like, you can't do it.
No, you could do Hush without Batman. You just have Bruce Wayne in it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no, cheating the system
Yeah.
right there.
I would like to see a Riddler movie that actually does the Riddler justice as a competent, intelligent person, and not like Jim Carrey Riddler, which is fine
What do you
for what
mean?
it was. But I want to see a Riddler that actually is what he says he is, and is what his ego leads him to believe he is.
Okay.
'Cause I mean,
Yeah, I like that idea.
I like Riddler.
What do you think, Curtis? Who you going with?
I'm going to Dave. Come back to me, Brett. You took mine.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, one of my favorite Batman villains is probably Freeze.
Ooh,
Okay.
And you don't need Batman for that.
No.
No.
So you could pull that off.
And he'd be the hero, basically, right?
He'd be the hero in his own story,
Yeah.
which is why I like that villain, because I love those villains that think they're the good guy.
yeah, and
Yeah.
his reasoning behind it and everything with his wife is like
It's love.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could get the audience involved.
Telling
in
his
it.
story right would make the last one that his kind of was featured in with like Schwarzenegger a little more endearing if that story was told right. If you
They
Yeah.
damn near poisoned him for that movie.
it really?
Yeah, the like silver in his mouth.
Oh.
That was not like edible paint.
Not it wasn't like the stuff in Mad Max.
No.
Technology had not caught up to him yet. If
Yeah. Okay, I
they
got
did that
mine.
movie now, it would be good.
But I want
Whole
that.
nother
I
thing.
want a good poison ivy.
All right.
All right, yeah.
Before we get too far, though,
Yeah.
what's your
Oh,
pick?
yeah,
What's your
let's go back,
pick?
let's go back.
Red Hood.
Yes.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite DC character
Yes.
anyway.
There's,
Jason Todd.
That's a
there's
good-
so much setup that has to go into that.
Yeah.
Because you have to set up the original Robin, and then you have to set up moving on from that.
Yeah, I don't. Think
How do
you
we define without Batman in this movie?
He doesn't have any lines.
No lines.
Oh,
Okay, so he
then-
exists in the universe.
Yeah, he exists in
no
the
problem.
universe.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't really do that then.
But he can't be on screen either. No on-screen time.
With
Because
Jason
there's
Todd?
no.
You don't even
you gotta,
cast-
You got to do the setup.
You don't even cast an actor.
Because otherwise, you just don't care.
No, you can do it with just Joker.
Yeah, because just showed him like him dying, like from Joker's whole plan. I mean, because it's already like if you see Robin, Batman is implied, and then Red Hood does have the red bat
Right.
going across his chest.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
you can do all that. You can hear people name drop him, but he don't got to show up.
Yeah.
And you basically show him like cleaning up the streets better than Batman, and all you hear is just like, man, like there must be a new bat out there because this guy he's knocking people off. Batman's pissed, and then like he starts showing up, and people are like, "You're not the bat," you know.
But like, I
You've
feel like
thought about this.
That's not bad.
I feel like such an
telling you.
important part of the Red Hood storyline is that confrontation when Batman realizes that it's Jason. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have that in there, if you don't have Batman, you can't have that emotional hit.
Well, they
is
save that for
so
part 2.
integral to the story.
So put Dick in it then. Pause.
Yeah.
Yep.
Twitch. Can we get a Twitch clip?
Yeah, you Twitch click that, bruh.
Go by last names. Grayson.
There you go. Yeah, put Grayson in there.
Richard.
But no, yeah, I mean, you can have other parts of the Bat family. Like you can even have Barbara come in. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I want an extended like Marvel MCU kind of a thing for just the Bat family.
Heck yeah.
I want all of that. I want Batwoman. I want Batgirl. I want Batwing. I want
Heck yeah.
Batman of
Jeez.
Japan.
Whoa.
I
Red
want-
Red Robin.
So
Red
before we
Robin,
sign up for
Red
that,
Hood.
let's see how the Spider-Man thing works out, because I have serious qualms about that.
Oh, the
the
into
Into the Spider Verse.
No, I mean just the movie franchise
Oh, gotcha,
of
gotcha.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, well, after Venom come out, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to talk about it.
I think if I had to choose one, I'm going Ra's al Ghul, man.
We already had him though.
He had his own movie?
Batman Begins and
Yeah,
Dark
but
Knight.
Batman's in that. I want to see some...
You just want to see...
So you just want to see League of
all
Shadows.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to see a League of
I'm down
Shadows
with League
movie.
of Shadows.
Yeah. there
I
we
mean, you
go.
can easily do that without Batman because you could do it hundreds of years in the past.
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would be dope.
That's that stuff I want to see.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with Roz.
Yeah.
But
Raz.
there's like a little thing
Raish.
about giving villains movies
Whatever
right
the fuck
now.
his name is.
Like, what, Venom's going to get his own movie.
Yeah.
Didn't they just announce a Morbius movie?
Yeah, and guess who's supposed to play him?
Who?
Jared Leto.
Oh,
Oh
no.
my god, I heard about that. Stop giving this man franchises. Stop it.
I don't know. I liked him in
Stop.
I liked him in Blade Runner. He came with it.
I don't
Okay, I'm the
see-
only
I did
Blade
not
Runner
Yeah,
see
I
It is,
fan.
know.
that.
I mean,
Sorry.
it's all right.
I don't have a
see it.
cricket soundboard
It's
over
alright.
here.
Yeah, well, yeah, you should, because that would have
Yeah.
been applied to that part. I really
Appropriate.
enjoyed it. But
that's-
I'm a Blade Runner fan, though, from back in the day, so.
Yeah, I don't know. That is, I just want good Batman content. Is that so much to ask for, DC? Please. I just want your writers from the animated movies
Oh,
to
yes.
write your live action movies.
Just let Jeff Johns write everything. Like, I don't
Oh, yeah.
understand why he hasn't had more input. He had input on the Wonder Woman movie. It did really well, and it felt endearing. It had that Jeff Johns like emotional like touch to it. I don't understand why they just didn't let him do that stuff. Then he ends up getting demoted, and but then they gave him his own thing. It's just like, just let this man write let him be the Feige and let him like construct the universe. He's great at like highlighting the best parts of characters and then being the glue and bringing all the characters together.
Yeah.
They're literally sitting with like a Kevin Feige in their midst, and they're just like, go write some other stories. Go back to comic books. We don't really need you. It's just so dumb.
Well, they're already in the right direction because they got rid of Joss Whedon. So we're moving in the right direction.
We can't even talk about that. I'm so pissed off about what they did to Joss Whedon.
Hold on. Be careful. Be careful.
Oh,
It's a trap.
Let's talk.
about
we can
this.
talk
Let's
about it.
talk about what a
Absolutely.
piece
Hold
of
on,
shit
this is-
Joss Whedon
Okay,
is.
now
Hold on.
So are we talking about his personal life or his professional work?
Both.
Drop the
Okay.
bomb, drop the bomb.
Attention in the court. Now, being the podcast host, I happen to know we only have about 6
Okay,
minutes
there we
left.
go, okay.
No, oh
I don't
my
think it's
God.
enough time,
Hey,
guys.
so we can
Get
talk
into
about
this
it on
right
the, we can
now.
talk about it
All
on the
right.
after
But there's a
one,
little
maybe.
after show.
Yeah.
I'm with
So
you.
chat, stick around.
So chat,
But
chat,
for you
tell
at
your
home-
friends.
Whedon's garbage.
If you're listening to this, if you downloaded it like a normal person does, that's why you got to be out here on twitch.tv/videogame_bang, hanging out with us on Wednesdays and Saturdays. See how I diffused a potentially atomic
That was good.
situation?
That was
You
good.
dropped the bomb to defuse the bomb.
Good Lord.
So now, since that's going into after hours, you got anything else for us for the show?
No. That was it.
New, first image from Shazam released today.
Oh, we had that. Was there anything else? Why are you looking at me? Why are you signaling me like I
I don't
forgot?
know. I didn't read the notes close enough. I thought maybe there was another
You
story.
got me all scared. No. No, that's our show, everybody. I think we did good. I think we learned a lot about each other. Collections, coming out of starting collections, and
That's true.
and then like they said during the after show, I think we're gonna turn them loose, and we're gonna hammer out some stuff about.
It could be dangerous.
I mean, do you have an opinion on the guy, David?
No.
Me neither. But
Yeah.
these guys do, and it's gonna.
Maybe
be
I'll
great.
form one after this. We have to be the refs.
We'll be the referees.
Okay.
Let me
I
let
like
me
this.
let you know because let's
No,
be
no.
fair.
After hours. After hours.
Go ahead.
I was
gonna be
gonna
Ref
say,
says.
Before,
Ref says.
before I had my big rant, I think you and Aaron were both of the mind where like you didn't have opinions, and then I gave my big rant, and you guys were like, "Man, fuck this guy."
Yeah, to be honest, I'm really concerned about what's going to happen next. So like we said, if you listen to the podcast, you want to hang out with us every once in a while, twitch.tv/videogame_bang, where you can interact, ask questions, hang out with us during the after show, the stuff that doesn't make it to the podcast. We have subscription emotes on here too, and we have a bunch more. We have like 5 empty spaces, Emma. We can do whatever we want with. We
Why
can
Give us
am
a
I
little
saying I
teaser.
am? What am I
What
supposed
you
to do
got
with that
coming?
information?
I mean, aren't you an artist? You could help us come up with them.
Okay.
Do you know artists? We have to get into some.
I can send you the person that did mine.
You have very good ones too.
Thank you.
You can check her out. She's not going to be streaming for a little while, but you said you may do some IRL stuff.
I'll be on tomorrow and Friday.
Perfect. What are you streaming?
I have no idea. They're probably the new Prey DLC because I've been on that for a while.
twitch.tv/Emma Skies, and you could do that. Instagram, Emma Skies. Very good branding. How
Thank
did
you.
no one before you think Emma Skies and put that together?
I don't know, but I'm really happy about it. I've only had one instance recently where the name was taken.
You're not Emma Skies 337
Nope.
or Emma Skies 32. It's Emma Skies everywhere.
Yeah.
Very good
I
job.
got lucky.
Curtis, where can the people watch you stream?
Yo, twitch.tv/Skipintosh, SKIPNTOSH. I'll be on later tonight after when we leave here to do my King. Actually, I'm gonna do the Kings thing tomorrow. Tonight, I'll just be streaming like some retro Streets of Rage because
All
I'm
right,
with it.
man.
Nice.
Check me out on Twitter as well. Skipintosh on there. Yes, sir.
And then David, what are you promoting? Just friendship? You just
Yeah.
promote friendship?
Everybody love.
Yeah.
Except Joss Whedon.
Well, we'll definitely get into that. So yeah, well, we're gonna call it, guys, for David Ing. I almost said the real David Ing. The real David Ing.
I am.
Curtis.
Yeah.
Emma Skies. My name is Corey. Saying you've just been banged.